Blast Gaming is where dreams come true and jackpots are won. Dive into a world of delightful experiences and daring action. From the moment you step through the doors, have the time of your life, feel the energy, soak in the excitement, and let the good times roll. Blast is more than just a place to play. It's where friends socialize, cocktails flow, and a safe space for those who dream big and dare to have fun while doing it. Blast Gaming. Know your limits, play within it. You must be 18 and over.
Oui Culture comes to you compliments Hoppers and Grenada Paper Products, manufacturers of Royal, Horizon, and Quick and Easy paper towels and napkins.
Raise it high up the ladder, let we set it on fire. A little more calypso, forget the funk and the disco. A little more limbo, a little more shango. Find the greasy pole, and we don't dance from the maple.
Good evening once again and welcome to this edition of Oui Culture. It is the 15th day of March 2024. Well, the 2024 Republic Bank Intercall has just ended. Yes, indeed. And of course, congratulations to the winners and all the others. And this evening we will look back at it. I know the team, they have a lot to say, so we're going to get into it quickly, but let's welcome them, and so they can say their usual good nights, and then they can start to expatiate. Finley, well, is there any congratulations? You with us from the start tonight? Let me give you a good thing.
You're sticking?
Yeah, you that man.
Me a stick?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
You stick like McDonald College in the call? Where you don't stick again?
I don't stick again?
No. You stick, but you don't stick again.
Why you saying about McDonald College?
No, I say you stick like McDonald College, but you don't stick again, you unstick.
No, McDonald College will stick you. You don't know nothing in the college. I have not followed it.
Well, I doubt it. But the band stick again. Huh?
Better.
What happened to you, man? Are you sticking so?
Yeah.
Are you sticking so?
Boy, I don't know, and it's all you.
Yeah. Something wrong tonight, man. I can't believe what, but I give everybody stick. Folks, we seem to be having some tech issues tonight. I know what's going on. Where we lost Finley. Doc, where are you going?
Well, I want to believe I'm good.
Yeah. You're sounding good there, right?
The Queen looking so much somber tonight, not all shiny and Reece, not Reece, eyes looking like she overworked. So I just want to say to all the listeners and all there tonight, we promise to have hopefully a very interactive night. I know a lot of people outside here have lots to say. But Godfrey are taking a falling early. Congratulations to all the winners.
Yes.
The winners, both in terms of the individual schools, but in terms of the individual athletes.
Indeed.
that won the the individual event. So I want to say congratulations to all. Very, very gritty event. Adios 3 days that took place, and so we were highly entertained. Yeah. So good night. We hopefully we have a nice program tonight.
Yeah. Reece, what happened to you, buddy? What did you? Well,
I'm real tired, to be honest with you.
well,
I'm very tired.
if the Miss Houston says she tired, I could understand that. But I mean,
If the what? If the what?
What's her name? Miss Houston? That's her name. Houston. That's
Shiffonia.
Shiffonia. Oh man, I love that child. She is such a fantastic
Shiffonia
athlete.
could be as tired. But yeah, I've been very tired. I went to work this morning with a headache in the middle of my head, and it didn't go away.
Yeah.
It didn't go away. So I just feel I have stiffness, like.
Well, I mean the legs then. Okay, legs just give you. I drink some bully mass. Legs
I wish it was that.
Legs just give you stiff, you know. But I mean, you could bask in the glory of the other Anglican. I mean, we always. I mean,
no. I mean, no. Like on a serious note, going into intercall, we, and I'm speaking AHS, expected St. David's Catholic Secondary to win the girls. When it comes to the boys, it was a toss-up for me. But yeah, so there's no surprise, but in the true spirit of competing, you don't give up. You don't just
Confusion good for the soul.
I know, I like confusion, so but it's good confusion. That's the thing. So, I had a lot of fun. I mean, just with the banter and, that kind of thing. But as in my last post says, champions recognize champions. And, congratulations to the St. Andrews Angle. Also to St. David's Catholic Secondary School, undisputed champion of the girls division. I must say congratulations to the GBSS as well, to the Anglican High School, Boca Secondary, McDonald College. That's two schools, even though their past pupils and all that hate the Tantin Bullets. I really supported them, going for third and fourth places over other schools in the boys division and in the girls division. I saw a lot of talent yesterday, actually over the past 3 days. And it augurs well for us. And I am just looking forward now to character, where the Tantin Bullets are not hated, they're loved.
Right.
Yeah, but before I go, I just want to say that despite GBSS and Anglican High School being consistent with their second place, that 4x4, male and female, that was like, SAS, you win, but shh. St. David's Catholic Secondary, you win, but shh. And I know two of all you know what I mean when it comes to that. Watch me, and it was important for SAS to place in that race, because it's one thing to do win that race, and it's another thing to do place in that race, Don't sit down there and watch me and shake your head and be like, you don't know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It is important to win those two last races. When it comes to, there's like a different competition on the side there,
Yeah.
There's like a different competition. Yeah.
Actually, I saw a guy did a post, a very comical one. He said that SAS really lacks sportsmanship because SAS should not have taken part in the 4x4 because they know they won already. That is taking it above and beyond. And
as coming from a SAS supporter, only a SAS supporter would say that. Because watch me, only a SAS supporter that is blue about having not won the 4x4 would make such a comment. He knows that to win intercall and then to beat any school in that 4x4, that is like extra accolade. Knows that. Only a SAS supporter would say that. And yes, they didn't need to take part to win, okay? But we know the importance. When it comes to SAS and GBSS, we know the importance of the 4x4.
I mean, give Jackie, I believe, that 4x4 executed by GBSS was really a classic
Stop
one.
it.
I give them the kudos, Ricky.
No, you can't do it that way. You have to say that 4x4 that was executed by the Anglican High School that influenced the GBSS was formidable, was out of this world. Give us force. It's we that. That and give links. And y'all come like second or no place in. It's we. Give us what is ours. Come on.
But I think but it's really good that at least you have something to hold on to, some level of consolation. So I think you console yourself, Reece, and take
for
it
365 days. You all are going to remember praying for 2025 to come so that you can remedy that, because it's a blow. You win, but it's a blow. It's a blow.
Finley,
you cannot be that. It's a blow.
Let me just say this here, to maybe put a different perspective and a more technical and educated perspective on this yang thing what's going on here and all this thing. The 4x4
against 1 tonight, you know.
No. The 4x4 would have been very interesting, honestly, and a really tight sports, but SAS had a second string team. I mean, honestly, because one of in fact, the second best 4x4 man, integral to it was a fella called Kyle Ned, who got injured in the triple jump. He won about 3 gold medals. So he was not able to I would have loved to see that 4x4, pound for pound, with SAS fielding the best team. Then they had this guy who won the octathlon, Brian Isaac, who also got injured, so he was not able to run. So the team they fielded was a second string team. In all honesty, I'm surprised they came third. In actual fact, they only had 2 guys, and then they pick up 2 guys by the side of the road. Because they, but that being said, I understand what Reece is saying, and don't talk about SAS and GBSS with 4x4, because I think McDonald College ruled 4x4. We still have the 4x4 record that I don't think will be broken in our lifetime. I mean, Kirani and them used to run 4x4 for GBSS, and we used to give GBSS lengths from here to our tongue with Kirani in race. So when you speak about 4x4, after the days of the dark days of Intercal and the Livingston and Godfrey, and then those were the dark medieval days. After that, and we came to enlightened modern time. McDonald College ruled 4x4, and that's a fact, you know. You must admit it. Those were the dark days when I used to run. Wrong.
Came on Harry ran.
Right. Those were the days. I mean, and we had a succession. We must have won 4x4 about 10 times in a row. You know, I mean, we used to tired with 4x4. We always won that last race. So I had to be very careful. But when I came in and the internet was giving trouble, Godfrey was saying about McDonald College stock. I remember he said that. And tonight I put on my McDonald. In fact, for the 3 days I intercalled, I wore only McDonald College paraphernalia. Because what I saw.
So let me ask you, before you go on. So you sleep outside for 3 days then?
I know.
You sleep outside for 3 days then?
Nah, man, you forget. You forget. My wife taught in McDonald College for 20 years, you know.
So, that you think?
No, but it's a fact. So she would put me out. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. That don't make no sense. Right now, she blew, but she can't totally forget when she come out. Come on. For
I find so.
We should come on.
That you
started anything in the middle. Diane Slack, you started anything in the middle. I mean, she forget when she come out. When she went to school. Start from the beginning, Scholar. When she went to school.
Godfrey, Livingston 20 years, 20 years ago is 2 years, I mean, come on. But by a beam with pride for my boys and girls, because understanding where we came from over the last couple of years and so on. And we competed manfully. And one thing that was noticeable in the interval, once the race had go wrong and wrong, Magana College gained that. We gained that. Is either we come first or we come all wrong and wrong race we did and we come in first or second. And that, my friends, before the era of our 5 years or so dominance, that is where we came from. We always used to win long race. That is always the start of the thing. So I feel good because, let me tell you, Magana College is a sleeping giant that this year became very restless. I could see it. Magana College sleeping, but it's dreaming. You could see it dream. And that giant waiting to wake up. Mark my words.
Godfrey.
Last year we come about 10th. This year we come 5th.
Scholar went to an intercall. Scholar went to an intercall where he alone was present. Scholar, which long race? Which race you went wrong and wrong with McDonald College came first or second? There was no race.
Livingston. Now, first of all, you came to intercall for 1 day. Well, not one, quarter of a day. Quarter of a day. So you're not qualified to speak about nothing what happened in intercall. That is the first thing. Don't try that. So 800, 1,500, 3,000, 5,000, boys, girls, junior, senior, sub-junior. We placed in every one of these races. And that's a fact. Everyone. And not third and day. We get 2 places, first and third, first and second. Don't try that. And then on top of that, I said early this morning, and when we were in the stadium, I said, and them SAS fellas agreed, who was around me, that next week, please God, when this dust settles, SAS have to write a thank you letter to McDonald College, because we really pull out SAS.
You are the upsetters. You are the upsetters.
We pulled SAS out when in the most. For example, the icing on the cake was the junior boys shot put, where SAS had nothing and was not competitive. GBSS were come first and second. And McDonald College come out from nowhere and we come first and second. You know, you see SAS people jump up. Yeah. No, don't do us that, man. SAS had to write. SAS has to skillfully pen a thank you letter to McDonald College. That's our approach today. Tonight, don't try that value. What next?
McDonald College guy came second.
McDonald College guy came second, and
in the 5,000, the guy from St. David came first.
Right, and
one from Christian Academy came first in the 15. McDonald College guy didn't win the 8 in the senior division.
No, he didn't win the 8 in the senior division. He came 3rd. SAS actually won. But he won the 1,500.
The 1,500 was won by some Charles.
You wasn't there, Livingston.
Actually, but you record, I mean, some Charles, you have video, Charles.
Well, Charles.
From Christian Academy.
From where?
Christian Academy.
1,500 senior? What do you? Man, leave yourself. Beautiful.
Anyway, let's just backtrack a bit. So we had 3 days of what? Well, I didn't see the entire day. I only was able to get a couple hours in the evening. Practically the final events. That's what I was able to see. And I found the events were very competitive. And I was really happy about that, to see the competitiveness of the athletes. So that part of it, yes. The other part of it, well, Scott, I look as though you not open the stadium and you not close. So let me come. I'm making you talk a lot tonight. The 3 days of competition. Your analysis of it, and we're talking here competitiveness.
Yes. So I believe in all my years of looking at Intercal that this was one of the most memorable intervals. I give it a very, very high score, right? In terms of the competitiveness, in terms of the rivalry. The rivalry this year was really, really hard. Even leading up to it, it's the first time that we've had soca songs being produced as a prelude to the Intercal. You had rival soca songs like Soca Monarch. SAS put out the songs, GBSS put out Long Route for Boot and all these kind of things, and that became a meme and so on and so forth and whatnot. The Principals Association must be commended. That's the first thing, right? Because the Intercal was well executed. The innovations in the Intercal was superb, and you see that this can take off and grow. We had this March Pass thing. Whoever thought about that and brought that into Intercal, a lot of people are of the opinion that March Pass doesn't belong in Intercal. Well, I think everybody has changed their mind after we saw that spectacle. I've never seen so much creativity on display. I see Reece giving conventa, because they say when you come to March Pass is a convent thing, and convent didn't win, which was amazing. It's just as if probably you have a choir competition and some little school break PBC skin. That will surprise everybody, but when you talk about choir and school, you think about PBC, right? And when you talk about march, and you think about convent. So the level of competition and the creativity and the interest and so on was superb. I believe that this thing can become so big that I believe it's suited for the last day of Intercal. Really. So this was a trial, but it was so good that I believe it will become a really important fixture in Intercal. So this year's Intercal was just about entertainment from start to finish. You are never bored. Sometimes you are bored at Intercal. There was never that, right? Yeah. And then, of course, as I said, the rivalry, and you cannot take out of Intercal that there were controversies as well, because well spiced with some nice controversy that kept the people going. Because I'll be honest with you, and Livingston knows that when we go to Intercal is more fellowship and a social thing that we go and we discuss and we talk, GPSS, PBC men, and we look for the rivalry and we course and we get and we feel good at the end of the day. And it was really spiced with rivalry, with keen competition, with crowd. But I saw a record crowd. I think the police wanted to turn away people and stop the stadium was packed. It's the first time, I think, Livingston, that we ever had to get an edge to look at Intercal. We don't always look at Intercal nice and free on the stand. So all in all, I think it was a really, really wonderful occasion, wonderful spectacle.
Yeah. Reece, your thoughts?
My thoughts on what? Controversy?
No, the game itself, the 3 days of competition.
As I said before, to be honest with you, I did not go in the stadium any day. I am getting so hooked up on the big screen and being able to see replay and all of that, that it's tough for me to go in the stadium right now. When
we did in the stadium, we seen big play. We seen replay.
I ain't saying no, you're seeing replay on the big screen, depending on where you're there.
Oh, yeah.
You're not seeing that as well as how I see it, the crispness that I'm seeing it with from the television screen. You ain't seeing that. And on top of that, you ain't hearing the commentary.
That's the best part of going. The best
not
part
hearing
of
the commentary?
Don't hear the commentary.
That's a whole other story. But I
commentary.
Getting to like watching on the.
Oh gosh. I don't know why of all nights.
I really liked the banter. I liked going and look at people's pages and stuff to see who's sharing what. I mean, even at our workplace, we have a group chat that, a staff group that was post. And nobody at all. I think the only time I hear a little and people were vexed. And she said, oh gosh, no. Those fellas
folks, we apologize for that. We have
3 offices. But guess what? Just as how I could handle 3 of all you here, I handle all of them. I even give them permission after when the thing was over. I say, okay. And hear that, only one person inside there that went to a school, that one, one went to St. David's Catholic. Everybody else, even though they're from Grenville, they ain't go SAS. McDonald College back in SAS. Boca back in SAS. Everybody back in SAS. And St. David's Catholic Secondary School against AHS and GBSS, but I handle all of them. I give them a chance. I say, listen, if you don't come first and you don't come third, don't talk to me. I even give them third. And the person that come first, they couldn't even come and give me a speech to make me feel like, gosh, Reece, take that and hold it. Get ready yet. Next year for them.
Reece, stop tying up yourself.
Doc, let me ask you about the because scholar give thing only. What do you take on the one day in the car?
A convent person. Convent person is the one that say, oh gosh, those fellas that win the race, don't do them that.
Right? But the convent person winning the car already. So don't try that.
Once.
You don't have that win.
Yes, I was saying that, but what I was saying is for this intercall, everybody that was inside there, only one person came from a winning school, which is St. David's Catholic. Everybody else belonged to different schools.
From the winning schools?
Yeah, like this year. Because we do have people that went to McDonald College in lottery. We do have that. But for this year, it was only one person, but it's everybody against me. And that's okay. So I like that. I totally enjoyed that. I enjoyed as Scholar said, the music that came out of it. I mean, I hear people saying, oh gosh, they don't support the GBSS and nobody's song. So in fact, they find themselves singing for Maragout. And they vex themselves because it's how infectious the song is that have them singing it. Not that they support GBSS. Right? So
I never like this song.
You didn't like it? This song is, oh God, this song is really song.
But hold on. Let me say that. I listened to Reece and Reece was talking about, I guess, people in a workplace. And that none of the people came from a winning school. And for a moment there, I wondered if Reece came from a school that win, Because, I mean, the way she expatiates,
some respect,
the way she expatiates, I said, well, no.
The Anglican High School, in the context of what scholar took it, the Anglican High School, yes. But this year,
Reece, how much Anglican High School came this year?
Second.
How much McDonald College come?
In which division?
Girls.
Third?
No, we come sixth.
Fifth. And Boca
No,
come fourth.
we come 16 girls. Sixth.
Okay, I'm mixing it up.
They come second.
So y'all came 15 boys.
Right. So you were the first loser, and we was the fifth loser. Same thing.
So she lose. So she hold That means she lose more, Because that means she lose what she lose worse,
You were the first runner-up, and you were the fourth runner-up.
You're the first person to lose. First person to lose.
I never realized
Runner-up comes second.
Oh, you mean?
That's what it means.
No, you're the first person that lose. that means you're already head.
I can't stand on you.
You're already
I can't stand on you. When it comes to consistency, what I can say for this intercall, it was 4 schools. First come first in the boys, third in the girls. St. David's Catholic come first in the girls, third in the boys. And the school that is not co-ed, 2 schools, but they brother and sister.
Second,
both.
Receive the box.
I don't bias at all. It's true. How about that?
You have 25 schools, Madam. They come 5 and 6.
I ain't saying no. I'm just saying consistency.
Consistent.
So you want
to say high school consistent?
Yes.
How much are you coming, boys?
I said 2 schools that are not co-ed schools. They are brother and sister. Don't try to change me once and don't try to ignore what I said. I said 2 schools that are not co-ed, but they are brother and sister.
Reece, how you come last in boys?
Watch me now. We're winning the 4x4. We're winning 4x4 and we're winning the We Culture.
Which we culture? Which we culture are you winning?
Hold on.
That we want to give them some gloves?
Hold on.
We want to give them some gloves?
Well, I find that.
We don't need no gloves.
We don't fight so.
We don't need gloves. The fact is, Reece and them come second in girls. And they don't come nothing in boys.
Well,
you can say whatever you want. We boys, they up on the hill. We boys, they on the opposite side of the hill.
Which boys?
They don't come nothing in boys. The SS come second in boys. And they don't come nothing in girls.
What do you want?
Doc, hold on, Doc, you realize, Doc, me and you just listening to losers? We just sit there and listen to losers, Concrete who lose more than the other.
We are in a very privileged position.
Of course.
Where's the week?
We have the goal. So you and Scala could batter and banter for consistency. That's go ahead. That's okay.
Let me tell you something.
You realize we let in
I hear Scala talking about if they had a second-rate 4x4 team and whatever. I ain't saying that your best athlete probably wasn't there. But what we know is that Kyle was tired too. Everything is Kyle Ned. Just as how you see McDonald College have to give SAS have to give McDonald College a letter saying thank you. So too all you have to give Kyle something saying thank you. Because after a while I was like, oh God, will I go kill Kyle?
Watch. Let me tell you. Doc, I think it's time for we to take the flow. Time for we to take the flow. And me and Doc. But all you these losers, all you just talk it. All you just talk
Let me tell you something, eh? Where's your little win, all your prestigious 4x4 day? Where's your little winning day? All you hanging on to dear life to that intercall win, you know.
Reece, hold on. If you want to talk, hold on.
What do you think happening next year?
Hold on. Let me just. All the IS scholar talking about in we days in dark days. Let me. When you talking about 4x4, let me explain something to you all. The fastest 4x4 that ever run in Queen's Park was run by SAS. Right? Godfrey Augustine, Eugene Lickwish, Carl Vincent, Livingston Nelson. And it's that. And we don't talk.
To leave on all the past. So this is modern times according to scholar.
No. Hold on. That's not. No. Let me explain to you. That's not living in past. That was laying a foundation for what happened yesterday.
Oh, when they know the walking stick, all they come and talk about when I used to do what, you know, the time they wrong.
Yeah, but that you see, what you have to put in the correct context. Laying the foundation for what happened yesterday. Yes, scholar.
All right, point taken. So I think we could switch now.
Right.
And I become the moderator now.
Well, of course.
So tonight, I was surprised, Reece. So tonight we have a special guest. Tonight we have a special guest that will help Doc and the next dark ages man to make the case. So
we had to make case. The first thing we're doing is to extend hearty congratulations to the principal of St. Andrew's Anglican Secondary School, Semper Navigans. Good night, Mrs. Jeffrey, and congratulations.
Good night, Godfrey, and good night, Doc, Reece, the Queen, and the King, Scholar. Thank you very much for having me on your Oui Culture show. Thanks so much
Thank you as a
for
matron.
the congratulatory message. Yes.
Madam Principal, I'm a little bit disappointed in the outcome of Intercall. I believe that those that did not show 100% loyalty should sleep in the doghouse at least for 3 nights. Man, they should sleep in the doghouse.
No, Doc.
They don't have no right to come
Doc,
in the house.
Doc, I still find you being a little lenient. Sleep in the doghouse. I mean, they have to sleep outside the doghouse.
Yeah,
outside the doghouse. You can't sleep in the doghouse. I mean, go.
There's the head, and you're coming in that house with McDonald College t-shirt. No, that don't make any sense.
You see Snake and them, as soon as the man put his head off the screen, are they just trying to influence and say all kind of thing? What you know about that man? That man is McDonald College to the bone, but he supports SAS. He supports SAS. He supports his wife. I don't know, are they like to break up living, eh? What that was?
Yes.
We support SAS with McDonald College t-shirt for 3 days.
Yes. So I support GBSS and I had on high school. I support SAS and I had on high school.
Where you support SAS?
Yes, I don't support SAS.
When?
In everything.
All right.
I know.
All right. Well, clearly I know nothing if you say that. Anyway, Ms. Jeffrey, let's talk about... Yeah, go ahead, Doc.
No, I think we should give the principal a chance to, maybe... according to the husband, to your husband, to expatiate.
But of course,
talk to your fans.
Yes, of course.
Well, I must first of all congratulate my team. I must congratulate not just the team of athletes, but also the entire community, the team that supported, that rallied around the athletes to ensure that the athletes really brought it home. And as you've seen, it is not just a win for SAS. We kept saying that from the very beginning, that whenever we win, it's not a win for SAS, it is a win for the whole of St. Andrew. And we really showcased that today when we did our jump up. The whole of Convent came. We had GSS. We had the whole of Grenville out there supporting us. So I must say thanks very much for the support, the continued support for SAS. That is what gives us the impetus to go there and really perform, to ensure that the students jump their 40s, throw their 40s, run the fastest. Sometimes we are, even though we do the best we can, of course we will get some competition from elsewhere, and we may not be the best in the race or the particular throwing event, but we always aim to give our best, and we definitely make Intercall memorable. Without SAS, Intercall would not be what it is usually.
I have a question.
Yes, man.
I agree with you that without SAS, Intercall would not be the same. But I'll say the same for GBSS. Without GBSS, Intercall would not be the same, because it's like you don't have your competition there. Right?
That's true.
So,
it's kind of like when you speak about the Calypso.
But we see we are McDonald College. What do you mean? We are McDonald College. GBSS. What?
When a jam
let the lady speak.
Competition,
women are having conversation here. Go ahead, D.
Yes, I'm saying it's kind of like the Calypso too. When Scholar and a jam are in, it's a different thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that. We appreciate.
We appreciate
yes.
GBSS. We appreciate all the schools. And
so my question is,
yes,
when St. Joseph's Convent, when St. Joseph's Convent won in 2018, was it not a win for St. Andrews? One. And two, is it safe to say that the best athletes go to SAS? Because to me, it's like, I understand the context of a win for SAS is a win for St. Andrews. But in a way, it kind of saying the rest are there to take up space.
No.
Each school is St. Andrews.
Every school in St. Andrews wins, but it just so happens that it's SAS, so we're concentrating on SAS. So we say a win for SAS is a win for St. Andrews. If we go back, retract, we would realize too that when Convent won, it was a celebration for the whole of St. Andrews also.
I remember there was a celebration, but I thought the celebration was because it was a force.
No, it was a celebration for St. Andrews.
Right. Okay. So it was a first and for St. Andrews.
And for St. Andrews,
okay.
Yes.
All right. So those are my questions. You know what? You ill-disciplined too could come in now.
Then let's talk a little bit about the preparation. I'm keen on hearing about the preparation for Intercall this year. How was it?
For Intercall this year as a school?
The school, the preparation for Intercall, the athletes and everything. Mm-hmm.
So we did the usual training, and so that we could have done, it was a little bit of a challenge because we could not have gotten the use of the park in a lot of instances. As you know, it was a shortened sports period. So we had a lot of sports taking place. Sporting acts, for example, we can't practice hurdles, for example, at our park, this SAS past year or park. So we have to use Progress Park, but we were not able to use Progress Park in a lot of instances because there were other sporting activities taking place there. And even when we attempted to use the other park, Grenville, we could not have used the Victoria Park either because there were either it was not, the condition was not right. If rain falls, we have flooding, we have waterlogged fields, and so we had some areas that needed to get leveled, and so we could not, and even activities happening there, so we could not have gotten the amount of opportunities that we wanted to have to prepare our athletes effectively. However, we used whatever time and whatever opportunities we got, and we ensured that they were relatively sufficiently prepared so that we can go there and compete and come back with the victory. We had the feeding program. We had well, we always treat them. So it's not just about feeding and training, but also ensuring that they get their massages and so on. So they really prepared. Their bodies are really prepared. They got their motivational speeches. So emotionally they are there. Psychologically they are there. They are ready to really give their best.
Right.
So Dee, I have another question. But before I say that, I just want to officially congratulate the St. Andrews Anglican Secondary Schools through you again. Like I said before, the prize to the one who owns it. You already did. We saw the passion in the athletes. We saw that they were going out and giving it their all and all of that. So kudos to you guys. I want to know, the two gentlemen on the show here who always brag about all what they do when time clock been working good and thing, right? What it does do for SAS? You just get watermelon and toilet paper?
Yes, I don't get toilet paper.
Okay, you just get watermelon? The children need to be nourished. They need to have fresh fruits.
Yes, we get.
For the talk shop?
Yeah, no, we have a talk shop, yes, but we don't get.
But you don't get watermelon?
We get some watermelon.
Where we see going with
Because
us?
I already tried to hide for them, bro. Don't take all the shame in the eye.
No, they just try.
They just try?
Yes.
Yeah, because that is important. The support from the alumni.
That is very, very important. Yes.
For the children in terms of their wear, their gears. I know that you are sponsored by NAWASA. But as a sponsor, I know that sponsorship money is never ever take care of all your needs.
Yeah.
It's just a percentage. So it's important that the alumni support, and when your school is doing well, there's reason for you to, back them and make sure that they are always taken care of and everything like that. I mean, SAS has made history. So it's very important that they get the support that they need.
Yeah, and I must big up NAWASA, because NAWASA has been there with us for 3 or so years now. And every year it gets better and better, because they're not just there on the day. They're not just going to give contributions and that's it. What they do, they're there with us throughout in the preparation. They're there with us on the day on the relationship. It's not a short term, it's a long term relationship. Yeah. It goes throughout the year. Throughout the years now, I will say. Yeah. So thanks.
We must add to that, we were talking about all the banter and everything. There was banter with the sponsor as well.
Oh yes.
The sponsor get real licks.
Yes.
I just want to say something. Yeah. Days, Sean Scholar. But one of the things I was looking forward to, and maybe that is something you can always take back, is that I looking for a time when I would see more the school reaching out to past athletes, maybe past athletes or the coaches within the area to be support staff in the critical areas. Example, like when you're having long jump, to have peer persons there to motivate, to talk to advise some of the athletes. And I also believe it would be good to invite other past athletes, or to be part of that team. Example, what I call the motivational statistical team.
Okay, so you want
behind.
You're right. You want to see more of that, but because it happens.
More of that kind of relationship.
Yes. It happens, but because of the short time that we had,
yes.
We can't involve everybody.
Right. This is a relationship that has to be built. I don't like the idea of that start winning this year and then we lose next year. For me, this year should be the start of a 10-year period. And you're looking at somebody on the other side of the thing that know about that. You're looking at the man with his long blue top. We know about that. 5 and 6 consecutive years. We don't like, so we want to. have the statistics collected, the motivation going on. 1 point is important, 2 points are important, talking to the athletes ahead of time. So again, much willing and able, and you have a lot of other athletes I know that just left school in the last 5 years that have the expertise, the experience, and they too can be incorporated. So maybe there's a plan going forward. Again. And while you're here, I just want to congratulate this St. Andrew, because I mean, this year the fans, St. Andrew people came out in drove, really in drove. And I think, and also for GBSS too, for most of the schools, the fans really came out and played a really good role in the call this year. So,
yeah,
congratulations once again to the best track and field team and best track and field school.
According to Scholar, you the fan came out for quarter of a day. What kind of fan are you? A blowing fan?
I want to take the opportunity though to just express sympathy to one of our ardent fans, the family of one of our ardent fans. She unfortunately she passed away yesterday, sometime during the celebrations. It was sometime during the end of the intercall. And she was there with SAS throughout the intercall, really supporting SAS. And that's Vanessa Harford. So my sincerest condolences to her family on her untimely passing.
Yes, from what we've heard, Nessa was someone who really lived. And as you said, she was a very big supporter of SAS. And I mean, when you look, when such young people pass, it really hits hard.
In fact, I had the opportunity to see some photos of her in the stands with the
exactly.
Yes, really,
exactly.
Really,
I mean,
it's
not often that people get photographed so beautifully.
Yeah, it was indeed very sad.
So
part of the thing. So I just want to move on. I want to move on, Ms. Jeffrey. Intercall is over, and I'm sure. How many of the SAS athletes are on the character team to represent Grenada at the end of the month?
Currently, we have 6, but we're hopeful that some more will be added after this intercall. Well, now that the dust has settled. But prior to intercall, we've gotten 6 selected.
Lovely, right. Your coaches, I know. Scholar wrote about them, but the 2 young men, they've done a fantastic job. In fact, history has shown that SAS has always been very good when it comes to the batter passing. It's something that SAS has worked on a lot, and this year it was really fantastic.
Yes, and we must give all praise to our coach, Mr. Naid Simon and Mr.
Callis.
Yeah, Callis, from
Leon Callis. They've really worked hard with our teams. And I must commend Mr. Simon in particular for that battle passing. This is a really very exceptional motivator, and he's always there to training the students and really getting them to exceptional young men, student athletes, and I commend them that work along with them. We have some Michelle, Miss Charles, Miss Andrew, and other members of our sports committee that they chip in from time to time, and they're there really pushing and ensuring that the students achieve their best.
Yes, indeed. It was really wonderful. Like I said, I was only able to get some of the final events in the late evening, but it was really good, the competitiveness, and of course, very pleased that SAS was able to pull it off. The girls did very well also. Didn't win, but third. Anglican High School almost got beaten by SAS, but nevertheless, we kind of decided, you know what, they ain't come nothing in boys, so we could just leave the girls, you know, so we allow them to.
What's that?
Yeah.
Girl and all them be trying to beat up on? You're trying to beat up on girl?
So Godfrey, I think you should thank Miss Jeffrey. That's his call trying to get in.
I can't blame you, bro. I can't blame you. You're losing your days.
Yeah, I think Scholar needs to come back in. I find we leave him out for a long time. Yes.
Just tell him you're tired with them.
Thank you. Step back in because we only speak about SAS and SAS, but maybe there is some other aspect of intercall.
Did our sister school exchange congratulations?
Thank you, madam. Don't take no bitch from
That's my question.
Thank you,
have our sister schools exchange congratulations as yet? Because I know this is a usual thing.
Not a vex.
Where at assembly, the congratulations is read from SAS and from Anglican High School.
Right. So usually that is done, but we haven't done it for the assemblies as yet. So we'll do that so that on Monday, that can be done at the assemblies. But however, in our Principals Association chats, we have all extended congratulations to each other.
And also, as you mentioned, that congratulations to the Principal Association as well. I think they've done very well. So congratulations and keep doing what you guys are doing, and let's keep intercall the biggest sporting event in Grenada.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
Right. So just in case, I just want to thank the members, well, not just the principals, but also the members of the games, the Secondary School Games Association, because outside of the Principals Association, there's this body that was set up by the Principals Association to take care of the planning and so on of intercall. And there are members that are not principals, so I need to extend appreciation to these members also. So I take this opportunity to do that because I believe we've had a very successful intercall, Republic Bank Intercall 2024. I also thank Republic Bank for another year of sponsorship, and I thank all the other sponsors. We had Ministry of Sports, we had many other sponsors that came on board and contributed in some way or the other to ensure that this year's intercall was very successful. We also thank Classic Lighting Caribbean for the initiative and the contributions for the March Pass. So it was the Classic Lighting Caribbean March Pass, the first ever, well received. We thank everyone who actually came out and did something. We also had on the third day, apart from the excitement of the track and the field events, we had our young men from Carriacou singing, and we had 6 schools coming together to do a dance, and that dance was choreographed by Mr. Hira Vivek and Miss Susan Benjamin Jones. And I say thank you to them also. So to everyone who has made intercall the success that it was, I say thanks.
All right.
And thank you all for the opportunity to come.
Sure. Thank you very much indeed. But don't go too far. We just might call you back.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay then. Yeah. All right.
All right. Yes, indeed. Congratulations again to SAS and the rest of the schools on their performances. So, Doc, aside from the SAS and the St. David's Catholic Secondary School, Boca, MacDonald College, Convent Grenville, Convent St. Andrew, Happy Hill, all the others. That's one aspect of it. There were a couple of things I saw, the little that I saw that I felt, could have been better. It had to do with some aspect of the officiating. And my thing is, after all this is of intercall, there are some basic things I feel at this stage should just be a walk in the park. There was one instance in particular where they just couldn't get the lane assignments correct. And you had to be shifting athletes from one lane to the other. And, I mean, to me, after all these years, that shouldn't be happening. That shouldn't be happening.
Well, that was a problem, Godfrey, and it should have. But well, in a game there must be some problems, some issue every now and then. But I think I would want to take the high road to say generally, apart from there's a major incident that happened, but generally, I thought that the game officiating, the program, the directing of the game, I thought that they actually did well. And I wanted to comment on that. I also note when they was doing commentary in the stadium, I want to urge the announcers that they need to be a little bit more sensitive to the other schools. Not the big name schools, not like the SAS and the GBSS and the Anglican and the St. David, but there are other schools, and I believe those other schools that fill athletes, as much as possible, they should give them, the due reward. I was really a little distraught when, there was this, actually, we say a super athlete, this bronze athlete from Boca, and she was doing the 3,000. And there was this almost child from Carrico that stood with her, stayed with her right through. I was trying to get a name and I couldn't. Stayed with her right through that event. And not one time that because, this school had no way of coming in the first five. But here is this child that did so well, and that child was not even mentioned. So I thought it was in really bad taste that announcers need to be sensitive to the underdog schools. And any athlete you see that is actually attempting, they should be given the reward. They should be given the kudos, because that is how we start to build the confidence. So I noted that, and I really, really wanted to say that.
Somehow, I know that we refer to schools as that, but it just sounds real wrong the way you say it there. Yes. To the underdog school. Underdog. Yeah, well, underdog. We know what you mean, right. But you could have said it a different way. Sorry.
Doc, you sound like
don't worry, Lucy, I took your point.
No, your point.
Receive dealing in the minors instead of the majors. I take your point. One thing I must say though is that you have to be careful of your classification of child, because Annalisa Brown is a child. Annalisa Brown is actually a sub-junior. Hold on. Annalisa Brown is actually a sub-junior. And I show the one what you call a child older than I.
I said she almost looked like a child. I said she almost looked like a child.
I'll tell you.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think what you I think what you're saying, and the fact that you mentioned Annalisa Brown, I think she probably is one of the most memorable athletes that have emerged for a very long time in Grenada. This child, I don't know what she eating, I don't know what she drinking, I don't know what she breathing, but it's not the same things like us. And it can be, because she ran first. Normal child. So this is just a super child, but in relation to what I'll stick again.
Yeah, your bandwidth is low.
All right. Okay. In relation to what
we hearing you, what?
Right. In relation to what, but not.
Yeah,
you officiating, and Doc said he was taking your. Now, we on the same page?
Yeah. Go ahead. Oh boy,
He was going to take the high road and so on and so forth. I believe that what Godfrey said is important because we have character coming up. And what we see happening is a kind of dress rehearsal for character. We have to be very careful. The intercal before that, the other fella counting down the wrongs in them long race. At least go wrong about 2 times more than anything, and he did it in intercal. And man go back and do the same thing in character, you know, embarrass us. Love the thing, the little man around him. Yeah, he counting down the thing, so you don't
and was it a Belgian or Bahamian athlete that
one of them
yeah, he finished the race and he was saying that he's done.
He done.
You know, he's made the wrongs already.
Why he said he done, the man putting up 2 more wrongs to go on. So we need to get it right. And then on top of that, we remember last year in the Bahamas, I mean, it was the worst set of officiating we have ever seen in character. It was total nonsense, total rubbish in character last year in terms of the officiating. And I was saying since last year that we must not just look to criticize the Bahamian, but we must use that as a yardstick to measure what we must do.
Yeah.
Right? And so it is important, I believe, that the officials, we must put them under the microscope and ensure that they get things right. And this little thing as whittling and shoving and pushing, I didn't see that, honestly. But so who don't put it in a good lane and thing, I mean, this is elementary mistakes that comes from that we must not make. I mean,
that's my point. Yeah.
I remember there was a invitational and a man long jump, and one of the officials that was in the long jump pit called a no jump. And when ESPN put the slow motion on the thing, a proper jump.
Wow.
And again, we embarrass ourselves. So those things, the people in the jump pit, they will be under scrutiny. Remember, there will be much more cameras covering them character, and we'll be under scrutiny, you know. So that was a dress rehearsal. And things with the thing. I, for the love of me, don't believe that they got that one right with the GBS. I argue that I'll go down fighting with this. I don't, and I mean, it is now history, but it will be discussed. You know, I mean, we and Michael Bascom, we went back and forth on it, and he actually posted the rule. And when I saw the thing, common sense told me that it was wrong what they did. And then when he posted the rule, I became certain the rule doesn't support what happened. So I don't know how they interpret it, honestly.
Godfrey,
So that's my thing. I mean, I agree, Doc. Yes, you know, mistakes, you know, will be made from time to time, but at the same time, some basic things should not be happening at that level. You know.
But the incident scholar talked about there with the I don't know if it was not a recall, but a rerun. I thought that they misinterpreted the rule, that they read it wrong. An athlete cannot decide. For matter of fact, you know, when you're training for 100, there's one thing that you need to listen to: the command from the starter and the gun.
It's only the gun. Only a second pistol should stop you.
Yeah.
In fact, there are instances where the second pistol goes off and some athletes in here and they run the entire race.
Right, but you know your training has to dictate that is what. Second, so you cannot be the judge and the jury. You cannot be the athlete and then be the official. You don't have the power to recall. You don't have the power to stop and decide. And that brought me to something that I saw in Calypso. the judges, in my mind, I had a conversation with Randy Isaac when he went to last suggest in the semi-finals of preliminary, and he stopped the song because he decided that the people in the back couldn't hear him. But the judges thought what they were hearing, it was not up to Randy. So when Randy and I had that conversation, I said, Randy, you cannot be in competition and decide what the judges must do. You have to sing and then maybe protest, but it's not up to you to stop the band and say, let us start again. So I am making a similar argument. The athlete don't have that right. So I thought, and again, if part of the reason is that if there's a faulty equipment, then the fault of the equipment must be addressed. And if the fault of the equipment cannot be addressed, then you must change the equipment that was faulty. And if that was not addressed, then what is the basis for the recall? So I thought that they misinterpret the rule, and I don't believe it is something that can be continued. Because again, you have to think about precedent. Meaning, if Scholar can decide, well, he heard that song and think, but when I come to my race, then do I have the right to make a similar argument to say, well, I thought that the gun was going to be fired, or I thought that the gun fired, or I thought I heard a song and sung like a gun? I don't believe I had that right.
Yeah, no, I agree. The athlete should, the pistol is what guides the start or the stop, not the athlete. The athlete can say they hear something and they stop. If you had a second pistol, then fine, but nothing else. So if the officials they upheld that, the officials need officiating themselves. They're already yet.
The officials need some letter bell. I find so.
Yeah, proper.
I mean, I never see trouble.
But you see,
you see, one of the things, because what the rule says is that if you have an equipment malfunction, then that's okay. The athlete could run under protest, or he could whatever and so and I believe that in application, what this means, for example, is that if that athlete started the race and there was a false start, and the official trying to fire the second gun,
and
but the gun malfunction,
right?
No problem.
Yep.
Right.
No problem. Then we're good to go. But there is a block, according to what they say. There's sensors now on the block. The sensor on the block goes off if there's uneven pressure. That is what tells you of the reaction time and so on, and records false starts. But the sensor on the block is not for the athlete, it's for the official to know when there is a false start.
That's right.
What tells the athlete that there is a false start is a second gun.
But that is not the business of the athlete. If a block or a next block malfunction.
No, that's not.
You see, I think if the athlete in trying to accelerate from his block, something flick out or pitch out from his block, then he can protest that he couldn't continue the race because his equipment malfunctioned in that way, and it is clear that. But hearing something else from that doesn't, to me, that doesn't add up.
Right. You see, and my thing is that it's unfortunate. I mean, I believe that the guy honestly heard something, and it's unfortunate that maybe there was the sensor that went up. It's unfortunate, right? But I think from all of our top character athletes, and he better go and try that same nonsense in character, because I don't believe you'll get reprieved. So you see, as I stepping stone and the dress rehearsal to character. I don't believe that if he goes and does this thing in character. And then there's another part of the rule, and that is the part that they're using to justify. The other part of the rule says that if an athlete is, that help me with the word, not wrongfully, but there's a word that they use.
If he is wrongfully excluded.
Incorrectly. If incorrectly.
Wrongfully excluded from an event, from a race, then that appeal, that athlete can appeal
And run on his own.
And then
Run
but
on his
then
own.
and run on his own. But you see,
But in this case, how does wrongful fit into the situation?
Huh?
How does wrongful fit into that situation? I don't see it.
The wrongful exclusion to me has to be something that is done by the official, not by the athlete deciding something. So a wrongful exclusion is that let us say you run and they didn't see you. You came first, you came second, and they chose the person that came first and third. So there was a wrongful exclusion. So in that case, now you protest, or if there is a problem with time and they give you say 11 seconds, and they include somebody, so you're not involved, but they give somebody that is 11-3, they put that person 11-3, you are wrongfully excluded. So then you can protest. But that wrongful exclusion has to be something that is done by the officials, has nothing to do with you, the athlete, deliberately.
Right, yeah, but Scholar was saying that they are using, is that part of the rule that they're using? If that's what they're using, I don't see how it fits to the situation.
Well, that's what I'm telling you, and that's why I tell you the misreading thing. Because that's the part
I don't find
it has nothing to do with that.
I don't find
and wrongful is not the word that is incorrectly. I just watch it again. We cite we cite happened last year in Bahamas in character. Incorrectly excluded. If an athlete is incorrectly excluded from an event, which basically is the same. And we saw it happening in the Bahamas last year. Remember last year, there was a little fella from Antigua who ran the 200 meters junior boys. He ran the heats. His time, just as how you explained that, was faster than some of those who they put in the to run the finals. They missed it. They missed him somehow. And so the finals ran up. He wasn't there. He protested. When they go back and they look at it, they realize they made a mistake. They incorrectly excluded him. He should have been in finals. So after medal give out, trophy give out, all thing and closing ceremony done, they make that little fella run on his own to get a time to see if he could get a medal. You remember that? That was in character last year. That is what the rules. That is what the rule is speaking to. Not this that happened in our interval. That's not what the rule. So they apply the rule only. That's not what.
So clearly they did not misread the rule. They didn't read the rule. Because I don't understand how you misread that. You don't read it?
Something like that happened to Atiba one time. He ran and he was, I don't know, like the officials just didn't see him. So he came, I think, I don't know if it was first or so but the officials just did not see Atiba. So he now, at that time, nobody signed up for anybody except, so he was incorrectly excluded from that race. And he won the race. So when something like that happens, you can protest. But it generally cannot be because of a decision taken by the athlete himself,
Right.
Yeah, so that's why I was speaking about that was in the dark days.
So let me tell you, Reece, let's get some Facebook comments. We have not taken any Facebook comments, and time is going by so quickly. So let's go through a few of them.
Okay, so we have Avi George. It's quite a bitter, saying SAS gave them that 4x4 as consolations. Veronica is saying, no, sorry. She's also saying that's true, Scholar, if Kyle wasn't injured, Then we had Yulin is saying, Godfrey, them people keep freezing tonight on We Culture. Yeah, we're having a lot of that.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Lavon said, MDC, we represent. True Scholar, next time we're coming first. That's MDC. Veronica, Natalia is saying Boca Sex surprised many. Veronica is saying, hi, Reece, missed you on Scholar. Cheryl is saying, up in Telescope is more infectious. Alexandra said, good night to everyone. The intercall was well executed. I enjoyed every bit of it, but I have to say to my friends, Reece, all your bullets couldn't reach St. David's and Big Parish. Next year, I think we need to get some missiles for you so you can reach the Big Parish and St. David's. I couldn't agree with you more. We will.
This blank shot on it.
Avi, huh?
That blank shot on it. That is blank.
They are blank shots.
That blank bully.
Cannons and then they are blank shots. They are blank shots. Let me tell you what happened.
Like Tygon. Tygon.
Don't call me name, Scholar. Don't call me name.
This guy Tygon.
Bullets didn't go bullseye, but it grazed the eyelids of SAS and St. David's Catholic Secondary School.
What
that
bullet?
had 365 days to remember that grace they get, even though it didn't go bullseye. Right.
How much are the comment, boys? How much are the comment, boys?
Avi said, but Reece, everything was Chiffonia too. No, it was Egypt also. So don't try that. But everything was Kyle.
Blank shot.
Cheryl said, Avi George tell her I was sorry for Chiffonia. That's not true. I only was watching once in the intercom. She said, no, Reece, stay in your lane in AHS. There is SAS people around him. Cadella said, Reece could change him out to it. Thanks. Anyhow, we continue to bleed blue. Yes, according to Kim, gone P blue too. Natalia Ross said it was always tongue versus country. No, because you would never see high school back in and say convent in the race, beat them. Never. And you would never see GBSS say, oh, PVC in the race, beat them. No. So no. Tongue, country, but not tongue. Mary said, a win for one is a win for all. Cadella said, Reece, winning in our DNA, we strategize well. That hill is enough for us to strengthen the athletes. But you know, I have a question. Where Cadella and Mary and all of them come out? I never used to see them on We Culture.
Well,
all the schools came out to support convent. Scholar was in Grenville. He could tell you that. I don't know how to associate Scholar.
Did you read?
Cheryl, are reading? Are you going to dispute that I'm not reading? Cheryl said, Godfrey and Livingston, both of you blazed the trails in Queen's Park. Good memories in the last relay. Cadella is saying, my Green Bullets friend said they're not using Nawasa water. Papa. I told them to keep and buy Glenelg or go in more bush to get bong puke. Cheryl said, Cadella, or they could use rainwater like the kayaks.
Oh, God.
Well, Horace has sweet mouth too. Avi saying, Doc, you're correct. The commentators and announcers only see the big name schools. Anne is saying, yes, Doc, the announcers were very biased. I agree, Doc. We're almost at the end. Cheryl said, yes, Doc, even when GBSS not even in a race, the commentators calling their name. Cadella said the announcers need to do better. Looking great for the future. Damian Frederick said, good night, Grenada. Good night, Guaftong. Bless up. Avi said, I saw a female from GSDA. I believe stop because she heard something. And I didn't see her run against the clock. But, let's see. Cadella is saying, Reece, I am a legend here every Friday night. Well, Cadella, it was listen. Unless your name change. Because I just be reading, and I know all the legends and them. I doesn't see Cadella. All ever hear me say Cadella, I does not see Cadella.
Yes.
So
well, let me tell you why.
She like was somebody else.
Let me tell you why.
Cadella, don't try that. You and Webster and all of them.
Let me explain to you why.
People, they just come out tonight.
Listen, Reece, let me explain to you about Cadella and them. Now they know normally on We Culture. When bullet fine is serious bullet. But tonight is a blank shot. So they don't worry about this guy blank. This blank shot that fine tonight.
Yes.
Cardelas is also on Esther.
Yeah.
Cardelas also on Esther.
What was when you try to stop me?
Hold on.
Say, well, there was.
Let me somebody who something on the WhatsApp platform here. So are you finished?
They tired stop. They tired block him on site. So Cadela pose it on Cadela. Yeah.
So hold on. So someone well, maybe it's he that said that too, you know. I must say that I endorse everything Scholar said about MDC participation in the intercall. I also agreed that with MDC in most of the races, SAS got the better of GBSS. MDC have a young team, and I know next intercall they will be able to compete for one of the 3 top positions. Anyway, we're still in the 4x4 relay. We're still 4x4 relay champ, which I think will remain for a lifetime. I have an issue with the way they went about with the intercall by making it a paid event for we, especially the diaspora. The week before the primary school games, that was free. But when it comes to intercall, was all about money. Like the intercall game more important than the primary. We have to realize it will be the same children going into secondary schools next intercall. Ms. Jeffrey, with all due respect, according to your husband, you taught for 20 years in MDC. Based on how SAS get to the point of first, did you start or already send a letter of thanks to MDC? So it's SAS, why now are SAS charging so much for water? I understand that. Let me see here. I think we have something else. Where is it? No. Alright, no, I can't find this one. Alright, yeah, so that's basically it here on the WhatsApp platform. Yeah. There was something I that came to mind while I was reading the comments. It slipped through. But guys, we practically out of time. So we had a stop for closing comments. So let me start. Doc, we'll start with you, and we go let blank shot end tonight because I know she has some more blank shot to fire. So we go say what we have to say, and we go let she fire she blank shot on him.
You know, so we have said I've said a lot as it relates to intercall, but now Grenadians, I want us to focus our attention and give serious support to the team that is going to participate at Carifta, and that include all the team, the athletes and the team. Guys, we behind you, we're vying for you. We hope that you do well. Represent to the best of your ability. You may not hear the bugle and the noise as you heard in intercall, but know that Grenada is actually behind you. Unfortunately, Scholar, tonight I'd invited Semi Harvey, your former teacher, was supposed to be on tonight. Now he was a very good athlete that play or run for Magdalene and competed for Magdalene College, but in the jumps it shows he was almost like a deck athlete in himself. And then he went to Canada and became a coach and a sports administrator at almost the highest level in Toronto. So he was supposed to be on and give his perspective on intercall. Unfortunately, he did not make it here tonight. We had a long discussion. I thought his views and opinion could have been shared here, but that did not happen. But just again to throw in something, I mean, I was there for the 3 days, I was there for quarter days, but you have some people that spoke so much tonight and they were not even intercall for 1 hour. Oh my goodness. So I'm riding high. I feel really good. I spent quarter day, me and Scholar, we went up remote, we talked, but some people. Yeah.
Well, okay. Skulls, so you go, yeah?
I thought you stick again, you know. So intercall kind of drove home the point that by the world doesn't miss people. Honestly, just last year we were speaking about the Principals Association and Mr. Jeremiah and what. And Mr. Jeremiah was actually a staple in this thing for years. I mean, Mr. Jeremiah was the front man. And then Mr. Jeremiah gone, and look, somebody else took over from Mr. Jeremiah. And this year, Intercal really didn't disappear. They disappoint. They think no miss Mr. Jeremiah one bit. So that alone tells you that by anything that anybody can do in the world, there's somebody who can do it as well, and do it even better. And so I want to say hats off to the Principals Association, led by the principal of SARS. So there is another triumph.
Man, say the thing right now, man.
That man has really boast up people.
Man, say the thing right now, man. Exploit,
led by let me give my address. Led by the principal of SARS, who taught in McDonald College for 20 years. And unless you forget, the coach of SARS is also a McDonald College prodigy. You know,
what you trying to say? What you trying to
say? Hold on, Doc. I don't talk yet, you know. Hold on. I will deal with that.
That is also a McDonald College man. You know, so we nurture them, we bring them up, we produce them, and then we send them out to far-flung places like SARS, who used to do good in the dark ages. we bring enlightenment back to SARS. And I hope that in the letter of tattoo somewhere, you know, they just have what they just have in the letter, after you address the letter, after you finish the letter, Reece, and you say sincerely, what am I? They'll put a little thing below it. Why is it a little abbreviation?
PS.
Signature?
Man, after the signature. What they just put?
You put PS, man.
Right, PS. So I hope.
Note well.
PS.
Note well.
to include that as well. And I want to once again congratulate my MDC athletes. I mean, I'm very, very proud of this young crop, and I can see a sleeping giant, but it's restless. I can see it, I can feel it. And all we need to do now is get a better, our coach, Mr. Neville Glynn, who has been tiling for years in that vineyard. You know, he's advanced in age now, and he should just be at the back end giving support. And once we get a younger crop of people to come in, produce one or two sprinters, which I believe we'll do next year, then we'll definitely, I believe, be in the correct lane. To all the athletes who made Intercal so memorable, I mean, we had the Ethan Sam and so on, who first year and senior did creditable, because one thing, well, unless you are Kieran James or someone, you go up in division, you don't have to take your licks to grow before you come back. So I expect that next year he'll be a boss. Bishop, who ran this 10.4, whatever, incredible times that we are not accustomed to seeing. You know, the Houston and the Benjamin and the Kyle Ned and there's a Sylvester. To me, that I thought that was the person who received that was overworked for SARS. Sylvester was in the thick of everything, and he winning too, because I mean the guy would have killed them first and second in GBSS in the 1, and he killed them in the 2. I mean, that was a great run. He won the 4, he won the 8, he tripped the long jump, he do all kind of thing. So these athletes, plus these athletes, champions from St. David's in the throws and the jumps and so on. I mean, you really made Intercal a memorable spectacle. And I believe that athletics is on the rise. Hats off to the coaches who made this thing happen. I think Doc mentioned the SAS coaches, and I made that point somewhere on Facebook today. And so consistent over a set of divisions, as I've seen at Intercal. Because if you think about it, the senior 4x1, for example, SAS had no reason to win that 4x1. I mean, GBS had the two fastest boys in 100. And the backup fellas were credible as well. In terms of speed, yet they won the 4x1 and won it easily as well. Same thing with the junior boys. GBSS had the fastest junior and probably the second fastest as well in the Thomas little guy who did not really show up as they expected, but he probably is the second fastest junior boy. And yet they were beaten easily in the junior boys relay, which speaks to the standard of the battle passing. And I made this call to the character games people that they should recruit Simon and the next guy from SAS to coach battle passing to Callis to coach battle passing to our national character team. Because these guys, they know what they do.
Wasn't it in a junior boy relay that GBSS dropped the baton?
Sub-junior.
After the exchange?
Sub-junior, yeah.
There was a sub-junior, okay.
Yeah. But in all the relays, and I mean, SAS girls were not up to par in terms of speed, but even their battle passing was impeccable. I was looking at them. So you could see that they were well coached and well drilled to get this thing so right, so consistently. Bring these guys on the bigger stage. Let it coach our team, because it should be told, 4x1 under 20. We have a damn good team for character. We have a damn good team. It's a long time I believe we have not had such a good team.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, indeed. Reece, fire your blank shot.
I thought he taking all the talking on. He talk about
so that is just starting the program now.
Fire your blank shot. Fire your blank shot.
But
I am a man of knowledge, you know. When I start to speak sports, I knowledge everything.
I have to agree with that. Yeah, well, I want to say that tonight would have been great if we had someone from St. David's Catholic Secondary here too, because I doubt we're talking intercall next week, and it would have been good if the two winning schools had a representation here. But I know it was not deliberate, and it's because we have access. We got the matron of Oui Culture to be here. We have access. So thanks for that. I want to congratulate all of the schools. I think sports won yesterday, track and field won yesterday. It was a joy seeing when the closing ceremony, just before the closing ceremony, when all the children took to the fields to see them with their flags and in their uniforms and just running, they intermingled. I mean, I really liked seeing that. It was heartwarming. For me, at Intercall, I had some very touching moments for me, and that had to do with mainly, I loved watching Cameron Mathlin run. This guy is like a beast, and you can tell, and even though in the behind the scenes when it comes to GBSS and all that, how serious he took that Intercall. That was a good thing to see. But when it came to Ethan Sam and that athlete from St. John's Christian Secondary School, that is Ian George. It was such a joy for me seeing two of them compete in the same race. One placing second and the other one placing third. And in, I think another case it was first and third or something like that. But it was a real joy for me because I knew these two children, among others, in Speed Zone. Youngsters going to national champs and KFC relay meet and that kind of thing. And they were always so gutsy. They ran as a team. And it used to bring tears to my eyes, seeing the passion that they had and how gutsy they were in terms of finishing, and then watching them again now as, younger boys, well, bigger boys, and they are going to different schools, and they are running on the same track, and they are coming up close to each other. I watched them. I watched how they looked at each other, how they hugged each other. GBSS and St. John's Christian Secondary School together, hugging each other. It was a real joy for me watching Talia, Samson, Alina Dikoto, I forget the other one name, even Isaiah Fraser. Actually endured, and they are still competing at the secondary level. That for me was so heartwarming, and I want to say congratulations to that was a good thing. I remember there are times, sometimes no points. So I see that there's that athletics is on the rise, coaching is on the rise. There's a lot more for us to go, but I see that there's progress happening. We have, to me, more clubs, we have more coaches, we have enhanced coaching happening. People are becoming more qualified. They are taking the thing serious. And I'm not trying to knock anybody who was there before, because those of you who were there even before, you've done your part and you still continue to do your part. People like Albert Joseph and them with MVP and Lee Coffee and Nick and those guys and them. So kudos to you guys, and congratulations to the schools who took the first places. Congratulations to those runners up. When it comes to the match pass, something I want to say. Mr. Bido of the Grenada Trade Center. This man, for me, is the ultimate. Came from him as well. 5 schools. I think it was Boca High School, where high school was always there. There's a school, I think it's Bishop's College, Caracou, Happy Hill, and there's another one, but 5 schools that he has sponsored. And I just would like to say big up to Mr. Bido. You don't hear that very often. And like Livingston would have said earlier, money behind them, and I'm very happy to see how they came out and they represented. They gave him reason to believe in them more and to put his money behind him. It was such a good thing. I remember last year we had Boca Secondary School trying to find spikes on the they're trying to find spikes for their team, and this year they were so well cladded. They looked beautiful, there was hardly a school that didn't look well put together for Intercol. So I want to say congratulations again, and y'all could laugh. The 2 ballot guys could laugh. Thanks to McDonald College. But we grazed the eyelids, and we are going to come back 365 days later, and we are going to show you.
Seven minutes.
Because see what you want, you take 8.
I take 4.
What for?
I take 4.
What for?
I take minimum. I take 4.
What for? You take no 4. You start the time after 4. You take 4. Not even in Calypso, you take 4.
Anyway, guys, that's all the time we have, folks. We thank you all very much for staying with us. I just want to tell Scholar, because Scholar was splashing just now, talking about the coaches and what McDonald College do and groom them and send them out. Scholar, just for your information, that coach that you hold in such high regard is a product of Tivoli, to be exact, a Homer again. In the
What does that
footsteps of
mean?
Godfrey,
Where's-
Augustine, and Livingston Nelson, Naid Simon, Adeline boy. Good night, Adeline. Good night, Naid. Good night, Miss Alquin. Enough respect.
Tadela.
Congratulations to Naid Simon. My family, Mr. Kelly from Simon, and St. Andrews Anglican Secondary School. Thank you, guys. All the best. Have a good night. Next week we coming back.
Stoops.
Raise it high up the ladder. Let we set it on fire. A little more calypso. Forget the funk and the disco.